Hey everybody, it's your old pal Chuck, and we are back once again fighting for freedom wherever there's trouble because we're taking a look at from the G.I. Joe classified series. This is Flint. I actually got this figure surprisingly off of Amazon. I missed the initial pre-orders because frankly, my rule with classified is I don't pre-order them, I don't pay extra for them. I won't even pay retail for them unless it's a figure I really want. And sure enough, Flint was a figure I really wanted. So I was able to get him. It was sort of one of these things where you got to pay and then they'll ship it to you when they get it. But it actually ended up coming a lot sooner than I expected. Actually, no, you know what? I think it was a pre-order because it kind of surprised me. Well, whatever. I got it off of Amazon, but you can find this figure at retail locations around the country, both brick and mortar and online. Flint is an excellent looking figure. I got him in this little, little thumbnail pose, but yeah, so that's about it for the intro. Let's take a moment. Let me strip Flint down and we'll take a look at the figure and all the accessories it comes with. The Shield Fairborn Jr., otherwise known as Flint, is the second in command of G.I. Joe. That is until General Hawk was reintroduced into the line and Flint became third in command of G.I. Joe. But he's usually presented as second in command of, like, say, Tiger Force and the commanding officer of the Eco Warriors and things of that nature and all that good stuff. But Flint was really introduced, I want to say, in the second miniseries, or maybe when G.I. Joe got a regular ongoing daily series. Spoilers for those of you who don't know, Flint is, of course, named after a writer, story editor, Flint Dille. And if you've not checked out Flint's autobiography, Games Master, I highly recommend it. I myself have not had a chance to read the full book, but I did get it, since I am friends with him on Facebook, I did get to check out some early chapters, and let me tell you, it is a lot of fun. Flint, of course, is one of the classic and iconic G.I. Joe characters, and he's known for two things: his relationship with Lady J and his shotgun. Well, Lady J is actually part of this wave, and Flint has a shotgun, and this is a great-looking tactical shotgun. Not the classic pistol grip shotgun the figure came with. In the cartoon, they all use that laser rifle, so it really doesn't matter. This is like more of like a modern tactical shotgun, and as you can see, it does have a opening gimmick right there. So that's really cool. And Flint, since majority of the body is a reuse from Duke, which I think the original figure was too, does come with Duke's laser pistol or sidearm in a just basic matte black, a little gloss, but really nice there. And of course, what would Flint be without his beret? Now, taking a look at the figure, nice sculpt. I mean, it's obviously not true to the animation. A lot of these figures are using their designs from the now few months old G.I. Joe video game that was released. You do see the scar right there on the face. New web gear, basically covering up the black shirt underneath. That's a reuse of Duke. Does limit the waist and ab articulation, but if you were to remove it, which I think it is removable somehow, you do have that full movement. You do have the butterfly joint here in the chest, as well as the universal joint in the shoulder, bicep swivel, double jointed knees, double jointed elbows, wrist articulation. This hand goes up and down, whereas this hand goes in and out. I'm going to get into that in just a few seconds. Coming down to the waist, he does have that enhanced leg articulation where the hip can drop out. I find it's a little bit easier to just extend the leg out, and that will bring it down, and then you can pop it back into place. Calf swivel, double jointed knees, full ratcheting, thigh swivel at the boot, forward and back ankle articulation, and ankle pivot. Just like every other for the most part, classified figure we've taken a look at. Now let me go ahead and get the beret there on Flint. Pistol can fit very nicely here in the holster. And now we get to the shotgun. Turning the figure around, you clearly see that there is a holster for the shotgun. Now the packaging and most of the preview images would have you say that the shotgun goes in that way. Well, if you notice, there's a natural stop right there. Funny thing about Flint, on the original toy packaging, and for most of the representation I've seen, Flint was a southpaw, meaning he was left-handed. If you put the shotgun in this way, it actually fits in snugly, and if you notice, there's a little, like, outline here. I don't know how well that's coming out on the camera of the detailing, and there's that detailing there as if it's supposed to guide you in. And that holds in very well. So I believe this is actually how the shotgun is supposed to be stored. I mean, if you're so inclined, you can probably do it upside down, although it, fits well, goes in the same way, but just not as nicely. And it's meant to be held in his left hand, which goes with the fact that this hand has the up and down wrist articulation for that's usually associated with weapon holding hands such as swords, knives, or in this case, a gun or a shotgun. So I didn't get that in right. There we go. There we go. Oh, the thumb is sticking a little. There we go. There we go. Alrighty. The thumb was sticking behind the grip, but there you go. Holds it quite nicely. Nice tactical shotgun. Can get him in various poses holding it. I mean, again, these are articulated 6-inch figures. Really can do a lot of stuff that I think at the smaller scale, I mean, I really feel that Hasbro had pushed G.I. Joe at the 3 3/4 inch scale as far as it can go. And that for the line to continue and have the designs improve and flourish, you had to go to this larger size. And I think, Flint here is a good example of that. A really fun figure, very enjoyable. So we'll pause, and I'll come back with my final thoughts. And of course, here I had to show Flint loading the shotgun, or virtually loading the shotgun. Like I said, I got this figure off of Amazon. Unfortunately, Flint and Lady J were part of this release during the later days of the pandemic, which means if you were to go and try to find it now, you might have a little bit of difficulty. Hopefully stores, and I have heard that stores are starting to restock figures a little bit more than they were before, so you might be able to find him. Now, thankfully, Flint is not like a Target Cobra Island exclusive, so that opens you up to many more possibilities. But as I always say, do try to avoid paying the $30 to $40 that I see Flint going for on eBay, as I just don't feel the figure is worth it. I mean, realistically, you only have 3 accessories, and one of them is his beret. But also, it sends the wrong kind of messages out there into the universe, and we don't want that. So, that's about it for the review. If you like this review, please consider liking, commenting, and subscribing. While I will always appreciate the views, the likes, comments, and subscriptions help communicate to YouTube through their algorithms that my channel is one that should be exalted, held upon high, and promoted. If you want to make the ultimate sign of support, please consider signing up for my Patreon. It is www.patreon.com/ChuckDog1999. No thrills, no tiers, no special rewards. All I ask for is $1 a month or $12 a year to help me help you bring figures like Flint to you, as well as keeping up the infrastructure of this channel. But as I always say, if you can't do the $1 a month, $12 a year, the views are always greatly appreciated. Now, I do believe I was able to figure out how to get the cards to work again in the corner. But if not, there is always a hyperlink to my Patreon in the description below. So that being said, this is your old pal Chuck for Flint, long-winded and pointless for over 10 years. We will see you next time.